Hi, I'm Professor Hopf, and I'll be working with you this semester in the Race and Ethnicity course that you're taking. I thought to get started we should do a quick orientation video where I could show you where some of the more important parts of the syllabus are, and also show you how the Moodle shell is organized so you could get started right away this semester working on some of the reading assignments. So let's get started. So if you go into Moodle, you'll see that the syllabus is located here. My suggestion is that you print out a copy of it and you put it with your class materials so that it's easy for you to access. If you take a look at the very top of the syllabus, you notice that I don't have an office that is actually at the Wise campus. I'm doing this as a distance education course, and I'm essentially off-site. So if you want to meet with me, I suggest that we work through Zoom. We can do face-to-face meetings through Zoom. Or you can also email me and we'll set up a phone conference at a time that's convenient between the two of us. I generally do reply to my emails within 24 to 48 hours. That's business days. So if you, for some reason, have not heard from me during that period of time, don't assume that I'm ignoring you. Somehow there may have been a communication failure, and you can go ahead and email me again. We do have a required textbook. It's called Think Race and Ethnicity. It's available as an e-text or it's available as a hard copy. And it is a required book, and there's going to be a lot of symmetry between the lecture and what's in the book. And there's also going to be some things that you're expected to know from the text, such as key terms and concepts. And you'll need the text to review that. I think it's a great idea for students to go over the course description and the goals and learning objectives of the course. That gives you more or less a roadmap of what we're going to be doing together over this semester, and I think it's helpful to have that review in advance. So please, on your own time, go ahead and go through that. An important aspect of this course is that there are going to be lectures that are posted online. They're actually screencast lectures. So you're going to get the audio of me talking, and I'll be talking through the PowerPoint slides that are also provided for you. There's a lot of symmetry with the textbook, and I want to make sure you understand you should be reading both the text and going through the lectures, because materials from both will be included on all your quizzes. Let me show you real quick how this screencasting gets set up. I'm going to take you to the area in Moodle where those screencasts are posted, and then you're going to go actually to a website that's created by SoftChalk, and you'll be going into the lectures through that, and that'll also have a little bit of information, a little background information, or sort of a summary or a focus piece for each slide. And then there's also going to be some review information at the end of each of those modules, just to make sure that you're focused and you're on track with the materials. I do provide the PowerPoint notes for the lecture. I suggest to students that they print them out at about 3 per page. That gives you a little bit of room on the side to go ahead and write some notes, without using up too much paper. Your quizzes are open books, open notes, so you should be taking notes and making sure that you understand the material and have those notes with you when you go ahead and do your quizzes. We also have discussion forums in this course, and so the way it's set up is that your initial posting for each discussion forum is due by that week on Friday, and then I would like you to post a response to one of your colleagues, one or two of your colleagues. 2 responses are required within the next 2 days, so those would be due on Sunday night. If you take a look at the 3rd page of the syllabus, that shows you the formula that'll be used to calculate your final grade. So you should take a look at that and be familiar with that. And so I give you a little guide on how to study efficiently. I think the most efficient way of studying is to open up the chapter, open up your book, and just kind of skim through it very quickly, looking at the main points just to get familiar with the material. Then you should print out the PowerPoint notes and have that by your side as you're actually reading the materials in the chapter, and also when you're listening to the screencasts and the lectures. And then at the end of the SoftChalk module, there's key concepts section that I go over what I think are the the most important concepts for you to know from the text. They're the majority of the principles and concepts that your author, Mona Scott, is explaining to you, but it's not necessarily all of them. I don't always use all of the key concepts, so you won't have to learn them all, but the majority of them you should be very familiar with. And then I suggest that before the quiz opens that you go ahead and you go back through your notes and you study your notes. Because it's open book, open notes, if there's a question or two that stumps you and that gets you concerned, you can always go back to your notes and take a look at something to jog your memory. But you really need to know where it is in your notes. Otherwise, you're going to be thumbing through notes trying to look things up. So you definitely should be studying before you take the quizzes. I also will be providing to you a Excel spreadsheet that will help you plan out the semester and kind of give you an organization of when things are due. I'm still working on that right now. I was assigned this class at the last minute about 2 weeks before the semester started, and so I'm still pulling together some of the materials, but the majority of them are on this Excel spreadsheet, and that'll give you an idea of how to plan your semester and where to plug in due dates. So if you have any questions, you can go ahead and email me. I think we're also going to set up to have some online discussions that are actually run through Zoom so we can all get together as a class. And so I'm going to be posting something called a doodle poll, and it'll just be a poll that'll provide you a chance to answer exactly when during the semester you're available or when during the week, what times of days are best for you or absolutely or no-goes. And we'll try to get an idea there as to whether we as a class can come together for a couple of quick Zoom sessions. With that said, if you have any questions, feel free to email me. I'll be checking emails quite a bit. Be sure that you get into the first forum. You really don't have to do any reading to get into that forum and get started. It's just an introduction where you can post some information about yourself and start wrapping your brain around the idea and the concept of race, just what you're familiar with its meaning and the questions that you may have. So any questions, feel free to email me and let's get started.